I gotta do. Time after time we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylers go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started, y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop, you ain't here, I'm the real truth. Hunters, real blues, strips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, dog, I still do. A real one, only difference, my bill's bigger. I'm still with ya, I just got rich a little quicker. The same man, God handed me his game plan. I ain't perfect, far from it, what can I say, man? I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line.
It's Madden NFL 23, and coming up, it'll be no holds barred between AFC North rivals. It's the Steelers and the Bengals.
We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. Taken at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Play action. It's Trubisky. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That would have set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. So a tough early challenge here, second and long after the sack. First carry for Najee Harris. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Now it's Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. On first down, Trubisky. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Trubisky's throw complete to Freiermuth. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. On second and goal, Trubisky to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is third and goal. Throwing here, Trubisky. And this is going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner puts it off. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on third and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Wilson's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
Tell me I didn't just see these first two possessions. I mean, is this one of those cases of anything you can do, I can do
better?
Maybe not better, huh?
Worse?
Yeah, just a little bit. Very sloppy start. I think maybe a case of the nerves for both teams.
And now we're back to an even playing field. Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. That's swung out wide to Harris. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's second down. Harris running straight ahead. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Trubisky. It's brought in by Harris. He's brought down after a pick up of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. T.J. Watt in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
4th down. Here's Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. Now Trubisky on 1st down. And will be intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive. This is intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now Wilson on 1st down. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Again, Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Holding offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Garrett Wilson with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bengals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And it's intercepted at the goal line. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum.
Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. On 2nd down, this is Harris. He's at the 40, 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide. On 2nd and 10, Wilson, and he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. It got his man, complete. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Garrett Wilson making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Bengals are back within a couple of the lead. Wilson going to throw for it. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 time the game. I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him the 14.
That aggressiveness reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot. And people are starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Throwing on second and long. Trubisky. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. And that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
To throw on second and 10, Wilson. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. A run with Harris out of his shotgun, and he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Here's Trubisky to throw. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he will have a Steelers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. On the give, this is Harris. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 80 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now here's another carry for Harris. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 more there and another first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question, because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep...
And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Or can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. He finds Pickens over the middle. And in for the Steelers touchdown. George Pickens. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boswell for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down. See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Got it.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. On 1st down, Wilson. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. A big play there for Cincinnati. 41 yards. Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Levi Wallace with a pick. A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Extra point now by Boswell. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Bengal offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handed out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. All eyes on Zach Wilson leading his team back out for this next drive. Any surprise in your mind he's out there to start the second half after 4 first-half interceptions?
He's to be surprised by a lot of things, partner, but in this case I'm not, because you know they want him to be their guy. And the only way to truly establish that is to give him a chance to work through some of the issues he had in the first half.
Now it's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Harris, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. To throw again is Wilson. And that is taken in by Hurst. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. To throw is Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown! Garrett Wilson now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that puts the lead to 4. And the formula there on the 2-point try. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. And now out come the Steelers. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise him with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble, and the Bengals grab it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines. Tackle him. Second guy in, tackle the ball.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Wilson. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Jonah Williams, former first-round pick, the guilty party. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Now Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Throwing again here, Wilson. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Zach Wilson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. Wilson going to throw for it. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. And of course, on the two-point try had the option. Pass it there.
It's pretty straightforward, didn't it? Open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that second score here in the third quarter. From the 29, Trubisky. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Trubisky. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jermaine Pratt fighting in and dropping him for the loss. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky. He's got this to Pickens. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways.
Back now in Cincinnati. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 126 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run again with Harris. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Harris. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Boswell's kick is good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there, call it the 26. And out now, here come the Bengals. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He will find his man Chase complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. They'll try and throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
1st and 10 here for Trubisky and the Steelers at their 25-yard line. Harris will start the drive out. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. Now Trubisky to throw. He finds his man Johnson. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Trubisky will throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Logan Wilson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now it's Trubisky. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 22-yard line. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion. Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. Finding Miller once more, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Here's Trubisky. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now Trubisky. Dancing to his left. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Mitchell Trubisky taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Steelers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 5. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So now the Bengals down by 5, 2:23 to play. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. Now Wilson on first down. And that is incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away? But that would not being picked off.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Harris, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's got room. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th-quarter lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And now all the focus, it shifts to the Bengals. Trailing in this one now. 1:36 to go. Now it's Wilson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in here by Chase. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And that is taken in by Hurst. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. First down now, but that clock rolling. Again, Wilson. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, tried to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Now Harris. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And they will take a knee here. Just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division